Hello everybody and welcome back to Copious FC. We need to go over today's transfer rumors and make sure to like and subscribe as I'm going to be doing daily videos on these rumors, World Cup news, just football news in general, so make sure to like and subscribe. Starting off with this, we have Harry Kane rumored to be going to Real Madrid. Real Madrid have said that they are starting a bid at 80 million euros this summer. That's where they want to start it at because they want to add more attacking depth to the team. Now, this does seem like a long shot because we do know how good Harry Kane is. He's probably going to win a Ballon d'Or. It's probably not going to happen overall. And why would they want to do this? Because they have Endrick as a backup striker at this point. They have so many attacking options, but it's really hard to say who's going to stay on this Real Madrid team heading into the summer with, a new manager and everything, and lack of production from the club, even with all these expensive world-class players. Also, in the news, we got to talk about Bastoni now being linked to Man United, as they are now in the lead to sign the center back from Inter Milan. This would be a really big get for Man United, especially heading into Champions League play next season. They need to add more depth to their team and quality because it's going to be really hard to compete in both the Premier League and Champions League with their current squad being not nearly as stacked as you would want it. You kind of have to go for a look at like Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea even. You need to stack your squad with a lot of talent that can play at a high level. Obviously, they'll have guys like Patrick Dorgu coming back next season, which will be very nice to have back. But they got to sign some world-class talents, and Bastoni would be one of the best ones to get at a good value to 70 million euros is kind of what is being rumored for him. So really would not be bad. I know center backs don't go for as much as other positions, but still would be a very good get. Also, we got to talk about Barcelona and all of their transfer rumors. There's been so many rumors with this team, but it looks like they're going to keep Rashford. They're willing to pay the full buy price, which is 30 million euros or 26 million euros. Now, here's the only issue with this. If they try to not listen to, when they sign these deals to get, loan to buy, there is different, increments they have to pay over time, or it could be like a straight fee. And it is a pretty low fee overall if you really do think about it for Rashford. And here's the thing, man. Barcelona is a very stingy club on how they spend their money. They do not like to spend, and they still owe Leeds United a bunch of money for Rafinha. They still owe all these clubs money for these transfers. If you're Man United and they try to, negotiate the way that they want to do the payments, and it's not very quick, or maybe they want to drag it out over a long time, I could see Man United denying that pretty easily, because I think they even know this. I think a lot of people know this. Rashford is worth way more than 30 million euros transfer fee right now. He's probably worth more around 50 if I had to guess, just based off his production last season. He's only 28. He could still play another 3 to 4 years of really high level football, and he would be a really good get for a lot of these Champions League teams, like potentially Aston Villa, Spurs, and a Champions League football team, but still they would be a really good team for him to go to. Some of these other Serie A teams that could potentially be playing in Champions League, like Como could potentially be playing in it, Roma could. There's obviously AC Milan with getting rid of Rafael Leao. They could use a guy like him. So there's a lot of different teams that would probably be in on him, trying to sign him this summer. Also, we got to talk about Christian Romero potentially going to Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez is pushing hard for him to get transferred to the club. He is currently, Enzo Fernandez is currently in negotiations for a new long-term contract with Chelsea, and he has brought up Christian Romero as a guy he really would hope the club would go after this summer. And with everybody knowing this, Christian Romero is probably not going to be at Spurs next season, so it would make honestly a lot of sense for Chelsea to want to go out, get another center back. They do need center back depth, and they just need better center backs in general. Christian Romero could be a great center back for any club, in my opinion. Obviously, he does have, the yellow card, red card trouble here and there. He doesn't have a ton of clean sheets. He He can be a hothead, but most Argentinians are pretty hot-headed, if you really know. And honestly, why not? Why wouldn't you want to add more Argentinian talent to your club if you can kind of make it a hot spot? I mean, think about this. Chelsea is really getting into these, South American players: Gustavo, Joao Pedro, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo. I mean, there's a lot of these, South American players coming over there, and I think, that's probably not a bad strategy. You want to get these kids over in South America more interested in your club, and not as much Barcelona, Real Madrid, where you can be a big six club but all your players always talk about wanting to go to Barcelona or Real Madrid. That's not a good look for your club. You don't see that really with Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, a little bit, yeah, with Rodri and Bruno Silva lately, but you don't want to have that reputation as, oh, we're a big club, but all our players want to leave us to go to these bigger clubs. It's just not the sort of look you want. And I think depending on what happens with Joao Pedro this summer, it will say a big thing about the current direction of Chelsea and like how players see the club heading into the future.